Hello and welcome to the Duke's Handbook Weekly Am I the Asshole episode, where I just read stuff out and tell people whether or not they're being an asshole or not. So hopefully you enjoy, and let's go ahead and get on with the episode. All right, this one is called Am I the Asshole for Hanging Up on My Mom After Her Accusing Me of Caring About My Girlfriend More Than Her? No, but you probably shouldn't hang up on your mom either. I'm going to be honest about it. So I called my mom today to confirm plane tickets to the UK to see her. We don't see each other a lot, and I wanted to visit her with my girlfriend in June, just because I just got out of a hard financial situation and can finally put my perspectives into reality. One of the most important things was to visit her. I told her I want to visit for 4 to 5 days, and she said, "What's the point in that? You should come for at least 2 weeks to a month." That's a long time. I told her that I can't be there for that long, as I have also things to do and plans for myself, but what to want to see her for those few days. She then started accusing me of caring about my girlfriend more than her and saying, "Why the hell do I want to sit in N country B for so long?" What? I don't know. Which was weird. I live here. I was born here. I have family and friends here. I pay rent. I also have a life, and the time I want to visit her, she pushes me away. It was just disrespectful and an unexpected reaction from her. I was shocked and just disappointed. I was confirming the dates of the flight to book it on, but now I don't even want to go. Edit. I wholeheartedly appreciate all the amazing support I have gotten. I appreciate all of you. I'll read everything and try to reply to as many as possible. Blah, 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 blah. Very appreciated. We all know where that goes. Everybody says they're going to try to reply to everything, right? No, dude, you're not the asshole. Matter of fact, because of the way she reacted, dude, I would just cancel the trip. Just be like, "Oh, you know what? Can't do it. Work." Because at least you're making the effort to go out there. I mean, you're talking about a month of not working, not making money. You can't afford it. You literally can't afford to take a month off, right? And who the fuck can? Who gets a month of vacation time a year? Nobody. So, no, you're not the asshole for that. I don't think so. But, boundaries and what. Hey, if you're listening or you're watching on YouTube, do me a huge favor. Subscribe, like, comment, share, whatever. It'd be absolutely fantastic to see who's coming and going and who's watching and who's, doing their thing. So anyway, would love it if you just hit the subscribe and click that little notification bell. This one is, am I the asshole for making my stepson share the snacks he bought with his own money, says Candy here, his own money with his sister? My, female 32, husband, male 40, has a son, male 17, from a previous relationship. We have an 8-year-old daughter together and a baby 7 months. My stepson got a part-time job around Christmas. He works at Starbucks. He's using his money to buy mostly gaming equipment, games, and clothes, but sometimes he also buys snacks. They're not special snacks or anything, just Doritos or chips from the store. He likes to have some bags to eat while he's playing. I understand that. I like snacks when I'm gaming too. He brought a big pack. He bought a big pack of stuff yesterday. Brought a big pack of stuff yesterday after work. When he came home, my daughter asked him what he brought and started looking through the stuff. He had some candy and she asked for some. He told her those candies were his and told her to not touch it. She insisted on having some, and as he said no again, they started arguing and she then cried. Naturally. Also, you'll have to forgive me on this. It's not very well wrote. She came crying to me, waking up my youngest son, who's teething, by the way, and told me what happened. So I told my son to just share some candy with her and help. He argued that he bought it with his own money, so he doesn't have to give her anything. I told him that we buy most of our groceries with his dad's and my money, so we could use the same logic. He continued arguing until I threatened him to ground him, and he finally gave in. He was upset afterwards. When my husband came home, he told him what happened, and after dinner, my husband called MW off for treating stepson as a little kid. Told me off for treating my stepson as a little kid. He said that since he's being responsible with a job and getting his own money, then he should be able to decide if he wants to share his snacks or not, and told me to not get my frustration out on his son. Am I the asshole? Dad actually has a point here, if I'm going to be honest. You kind of are. Like, dude's 17, right? It's like you using the logic of like, well, we buy the groceries with your dad and my money, so could we just not share with you? Well, it's your fucking son. There's a total huge difference there versus it's my little sister bugging me for some candy and I said no at 17 years old. So honestly, yeah, you kind of are the asshole. No for like telling him like, dude, just share a little. But yes for threatening to ground him because he's not sharing his candy because your blood daughter went and told on him. It's kind of bullshit. But I will say, I mean, like, I got to agree with Dad. He's 17 years old. He's got his first job or whatever. And if he wants to buy some snacks specifically for him to eat while he's playing his games, instead of pestering you to go to the grocery store and pay for said snacks that you'll probably say no to anyway, he buys them on his own. So I'm going to go with, yeah, you're being a cunt on that one. This one's called, Am I the Asshole for Telling My Friend That I Don't Care About Her Pregnancy That Much? Air quotes, Kayla, female 26, and I, female 25, have been friends for around 10 years or so. We're good friends. We just have been drifting away recently because our lives are too different. She got married, and I'm happy for her because that's something she wanted. Her husband also is a good man, and that's nice. I was her bridesmaid and celebrated her even though I'm not a big wedding person because obviously that was about supporting a friend and not about me. Not the asshole in that, right? Now she's pregnant, around 5 months, and I'm also happy for her. She's very excited to be a mom. I'm not a person who likes kids or wants them to myself. However, I can be happy for people around me who want them. I'm not one of those bitter, child-free people who hates kids or parents, which is good. Don't be that cunt, right? Her family lives a few hours away, so she often asks me to go with her to her appointments if her husband can't, or to do something like that. I am happy to help her out, and I don't mind it. I also am happy to know that everything's okay with the pregnancy and her child. It's okay if she wants to talk every once in a while about it, or about something they bought for the baby, etc., I can tolerate that. However, she wants to talk about her pregnancy/baby all the time we're together. Understandable. She's excited, right? I think she's testing my patience or something. Every time I try to talk about something else, she somehow turns the conversation to her pregnancy. It's irritating. Like we could be talking about work and she turns the conversation about her maternity leave or something like that. Or we could be talking about something personal to me and she would tell me something regarding marriage. And when you're a mom or stuff like that, it's annoying. I'd be fucking annoyed too, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. God damn, dude. Yesterday I was having a bad day. Honestly, I had a bad week because I broke up with my boyfriend and I had to work on Saturday. I was tired and just wasn't in a good mood. We already had plans to have dinner together, so as did not felt like going out. Okay. I invited her to my house and we ordered takeaway. We ate and were talking afterwards. I was just ranting about life to her and such, and then she somehow turned the conversation again to her pregnancy. I can feel your frustration right now. She started telling me about her back hurting and how she felt the baby kicking and such. She went on like that for like 10 minutes until I got tired of it and I told her so. I said, quote, I don't care much about pregnancies. Can we talk about something else? She was very angry and she told me she was telling me about something important to her. I told her that it's only important to her. I don't care to know every single detail of your pregnancy, and we can find something else to talk about just for once. She got more upset and called me an asshole and a bad friend. We argued and then she left. Now she's angry and doesn't answer my texts. Am I the asshole? I feel like I acted wrong, but she also is tiring with just talking about the pregnancy all the time, and I snapped. No, I don't think you're the asshole. You'll probably be rated an asshole by some of the people of Reddit. I don't think you're an asshole though. You're trying to vent about your day and like what's been going on in your life, like something super serious. And she fucking turned it around and made it about her and her pregnancy and her back hurting and everything like that. So no, absolutely not the asshole to sit there and be like, bro, come on, man. I'm over it. I'm done talking about your fucking pregnancy. And so I get that. I've got friends like that it's not specifically talking about a pregnancy, but it's like talking about, I don't fucking know, golf or some shit. That's like, don't really care much about golf. I'll play it, but I'm not going to sit here and talk about it all day. So, yeah, there's some people out there that I don't know what their deal is, but they got to make it about them. And it might just be an excitement thing. Like she's just constantly excited about being pregnant, being a mom. So, but she's also not giving you the time to listen to you and what's going on in your life as a whole, which a good friend does, right? No matter what's going on in their life, they will listen to you and let you vent a bit, if that makes sense. At the end of the day, no, I think you're fine. I'm not even going to sit here and say your friend's being a cunt, and I'm not going to say my signature phrase, fuck them. She's upset because, well, she's upset because you don't care about it as much as she does. And then, she's also pregnant on top of it. So, I mean, let that be for what it is. But no, you're good. You're good, man. Hey, if you've made it this far and you're on whatever you're listening to, whether it's Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, whatever it is, go ahead and give it a like, a follow, comment, share it with your friends if you've liked it this far. And we will keep on keeping on, I guess, as we move forward with the episode. Thank you for watching, listening, whatever you're doing. having me on in the background. Doesn't matter. Really appreciate it. This one's called Am I the Asshole for Telling My Sister That She Chose the Life That She Has and She Shouldn't Complain About It? Little bit. That's just the title, man. Little bit. Little bit of an asshole. Dick. But let's go ahead and read through this. To start this off, I'm going to give you some context as to what she did and why I don't pity her. I, 28 female, have a sister, Caitlin, who is 1 year older than me. Growing up, we were dirt poor. Our family nailed almost every single Southern hillbilly stereotype on the head. We both did decently, but neither of us ever considered college. Caitlin graduated high school first and got a full-time job immediately. She began to help with bills, but at some point began thinking about maybe going to school. I was having the same thoughts a year later when I graduated as well. Well, what we hadn't known was that when our great-grandma died, she left my dad all that she had, which came up to a sum of a couple $1,000s that they decided to save for us. And because Kate began talking about maybe going to school, Mom began to save her bill money to add to the sum of the money. Unfortunately, it still wasn't a lot. So our parents sat us down and explained that they had money for only one of us to go to school and that they would have to think about who to give it to. I was prepared to fight for this chance because I realized this was my chance to better myself. I was ready to do whatever it took, but I didn't end up needing to because Kate gave up. Wow. Imagine going to school and giving up as easily as that. Like, you gave up. You weren't even there yet. I guess Caitlin realized she wouldn't be picked because I had better grades and was more well-liked because Mom told me later that day that she had backed down and said to give it to me. Well, that's nice of your sister. So fast forward, I got my BSN and work as a travel nurse. I do very well for myself and live 2 hours away from my hometown. I went to visit my sister because she's pregnant with my nephew and I missed her and brought some gifts. We had lunch and were just chatting about what we were up to when she began to complain and whine that she was tired and asked if I didn't mind if she vented. Before I could answer, she started talking about how she was tired all the time from her shifts at work and then having to come home to her kids and her husband. It sounded a lot like she was regretting her life, and another about 20 minutes it was starting to get on my nerves. She would not stop or change topic. I mean, she's trying to vent there. You gotta let her vent, man. Especially your sister. You gotta let her vent just a little bit. Finally, I lost it and told her that I wasn't here to listen to her complain and that she really shouldn't complain about the life she chose. I told Caitlin that if she didn't have to get married or have a low-paying job, and if she had wanted to better herself, she should have fought harder to go to college instead of giving up before she even tried. It ended in her crying, which I felt horrible about. And then she went home without saying anything else. I tried apologizing for how I I tried apologizing for how I phrased it, but not for anything I actually said because it was true. But she won't accept it. Our parents have been giving me the cold shoulder, and I feel lost because they won't listen to my side of why I said what I said. Am I the asshole here? Yeah, you've been rated the asshole, but I'm just going to chalk that up to brutal honesty. I'm not saying like you're a cunt. Well, okay, you're kind of a cunt for the way you said it. But stuff like that doesn't need to be said out of frustration. Stuff like that needs to be said out of like somewhere from the heart. It's like, I understand you're going through a hard time. Don't forget why you're here, right? Um, but other than that, I mean, yeah, you're a little bit of a cunt. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to agree with everybody. Yeah, you should have phrased that differently and maybe not spoke out of frustration, and it would have ended totally different. Um, Emotions definitely get the best of us and can get you to say things that you may mean, but it comes out wrong. So it comes out like you're an asshole. So obviously, I'm not going to tell you to tell your sister to get fucked, but you're just a smidgen of a cunt. Just a smidgen. So take that for what it is. Well, that'll do it for this episode. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, whatever. If you're on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, doesn't matter. Share it with your friends. And then make sure you're keeping a lookout for Eagle and the Rue. That is up and coming. We're currently working with some people for the logos and album covers and everything like that. And like what we're going to use for everything like that. And then editing and everything like that too. So keep a lookout for it. Can't wait to release it. You're going to love Frank. You're going to love him. I love him. So anyway, that'll do it for today. You motherfuckers have a great motherfucking day. Okay, bye.